everyone, it's Kat. So I am going to try to scrapbook today for the first time in several weeks. I have been on a little hiatus and I'm finally missing it. So I've decided to scrapbook this photo of myself and some friends from high school at our dance. This is me right here, and I'm still in touch with most of these people on Facebook. And anyway, I've decided to use the Noel Mignon April kit for this page, and these are the pages that are the papers that I've picked out. These four right here. And I'm not real sure what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut them up and start playing around and see what comes of it. Okay guys, so I'm a little rusty. I haven't done a video in a little bit, so I hope you'll stick with me through this. I cut a little piece of the paper out that had like a verse or something on it, like a paragraph, and I'm going to use that next to my photo. And it's got like a diagonal cut across it because that's the way that it was printed. So it looks a little funny right now, but it'll even out later after I embellish the page. So I'm going around the paper and the photo with black soot distress ink, and I'm going to do that for all the layers and all the papers. I'm going to go ahead and distress all the edges with the black soot. So I've decided, I had to write down the day or the month and the year because it was on the back of the photo and I didn't want to forget. I've decided to use this green and gold paper as my main layer, and that wood grain paper is my background. I really like that light wood grain. I think it's really pretty. So this layout is kind of a basic layout. It's not complicated or anything. I didn't follow a sketch. I just kind of started playing around and it just kind of happened. But I really like how it turned out. So it was a good way to jump back into scrapbooking since I haven't done it in a little bit. So I'm just cutting another layer, which is that polka dot paper. And I believe that's from Craft Market, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't have it in front of me, so. But it's crepe paper, I think. And then I'm going to cut this piece of paper in half so that I can put one piece at the top and one at the bottom. And that adds a little contrast and a separation between the green paper and the polka dot paper. So I'm just positioning the pieces where I want them, and then I'm gluing them down to the page. Somebody asked me why I use my ATG sometimes, and then other times I use my Tombow stamp runner. And the reason that I do that is usually for smaller things I use my Tombow stamp runner, but for the larger pieces of paper I use my ATG. So that's why I do that. And I'm just opening the kit right now to get the embellishments out. And there was this piece of like paper. It looks like it's a cut up piece of a paper table cover. And so I decided to use that as a layer. So I'm just going to tuck that into the bottom there and glue that down. I never would have thought of using something like that on a scrapbook page, but it was in the kit, so I thought, well, I better use it. So I'm taking some foam tape and I'm popping up the layer, the top layer, just because I wanted it to have a little bit of dimension. And then I've got two of these little tickets. There was a bunch of tickets that came in the kit. There were yellow, pink, and white. And I'm taking two white ones and I'm going to staple them together and then tuck them in at the top up here. And since it was a dance, I thought the tickets went pretty well with it. It was a high school dance for chorus. It was like the year-end, you know, it was like a prom, but it was just for the chorus people. So I'm going through the embellishments and just checking out what came in the kit to see what I want to use. And I thought I was going to use that flare button, and you'll see me move it around a lot because I wanted to remember to use it, but then in the end I ended up not using it. So I'm going to work on my title, and I'm using these thickers that are all, they're like multicolored and multi-pattern. They're really cool. I like them. And the funny thing is that I never would have bought them on my own because they're multicolor and multi-pattern, but because they came in the kit, I went ahead and used them, and I love them. And that's one of the things I like about scrapbooking kits. There are things in them that you would normally not buy, but then you find a really good way to use something that I think it's just fun to use something that you would not normally buy. It kind of pushes your creativity or something. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to title it High School Dance, and I'm putting it on 2 rows. And it looks like it blends into that green paper, but you can see it in person. It just, I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but it blends into the green paper on camera, but in person you can see it really well. So now I've got these stickers from the Craft Market collection by Crepe Paper. And I'm just going to take this flower, it's like a flower bouquet, and I'm going to pop it up on some foam tape. And then there was some ribbon that came in the kit, and I'm going to cut a piece of ribbon and tie a bow using my 10-second bow maker. And if you don't tie bows really well, or you know, like me, I can't tie a bow to save my life. That 10-second bow maker is a really, really nifty tool. And if I remember, I will put a link in the description box with the other supplies, so that you'll be able to go take a look at it. All the supplies that I use will be linked in the description box or on my blog. So I'm just going through some of these sticker sheets, and these are some, what are those called? Puffy stickers. And it looked like a speech bubble, but I didn't like that, so I just cut the bottom off. And then I tucked it in. It says remember, and I just tucked it into one of the layers there. So this is my 10-second bow maker. And it makes tying a bow really easy. And the first time I tied it, I didn't like the way I made it too big. Like I used up too much ribbon for the size of the bow, so I ended up undoing it and then cutting the ribbon and then doing it again so that I wouldn't waste so much of the ribbon, because I really like that ribbon. And I love that every month there's a different kind of ribbon in the kit. So I am gonna use some glue dots to adhere the ribbon down to the flower bouquet, and I think that adds a lot of dimension and color and texture to the little sticker. I really like that. Now I zoomed in here and you can't see the bottom or the top of the page, and I apologize for that, but I will move the page up and down as I mess with it, and then I'll zoom out in just a little bit. But I was just showing you that I put 3 different strips of washi tape at the top and the bottom. There's a pink washi tape, there's a green chevron washi tape, and a gold washi tape. And then I just put a little sticker that says Sweet Memories. And now I have this camera sticker that I really like, and I'm putting it up on foam tape. And I'm going to put that in the left-hand bottom corner. And that's going to be like a little cluster of embellishments. And I think that kind of weighs out the embellishments, because I've got the bouquet over there on the right, and then I needed something over there on the left to balance it out. So these are little goosebumps, that's what they're called, and they're by Queen & Company, and they're so pretty. And I'm just going to put a couple on the page. I'm putting one in the middle of my camera, and then one at the top and the bottom of the page. And these are some tags that did not come in the kit. This is something from my stash. I just thought that happy tag would be really pretty on this page, so I went ahead and dove into my stash and got that tag, and I'm going to go ahead and use that on this layout. And I'm just going to stick it down there on the right hand side underneath the flower bouquet to finish off that little cluster. And I think it matches really, really well with all of this. I've got some twine that's white and gold, and I'm putting that through the tag, and I'm tying a little bow. My bow stinks because I stink at it. And then I thought maybe I would put it up at the top, but then I realized it doesn't really look that good there because it's too heavy. So that's when I decided to move it down there by the bouquet. So these are some stickers that are also from my stash. They did not come with the kit, and I have one that's gold and it says love this with an arrow, and I'm just putting that pointing towards the photo. And then there's one that says memories, and it's a pink arrow sticker, and I'm putting that at the bottom on the right. And then up at the top it says special day, and so I put that by the tickets, and I think that looks nice. And now I'm looking for a pen to do my journaling with, And I was thinking about using that new teal pen that I got from Michael's, but I decided to go with black because there wasn't enough. There's a little green in the layout, but there wasn't enough of that color to warrant using that pen. And I don't remember what the journaling says, but I think it's something about how much fun we had getting ready for it or something. And I wrote down who's in the photo. There are 2 people in the photo that I don't remember their names, so I just put boy and girl. But everybody else I'm friends with on Facebook and still keep in touch with, which is fun. So here's a close-up. And there will be a photo at the end, or a couple photos at the end. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.